All right, peace, peace, peace with her. First and foremost, hopefully the Most High Yahushua is blessing all day. By His mercies we are consumed. Hopefully this camera, doesn't fall. By His mercies we are consumed. We're alive in the Most High Yahushua's body. Two are naturally and spiritually alive. Man, so I just want to get into we're gonna get into this honestly, man, because before we even start, too, I want to say this. Something happened this morning, man, and certain things, man, are like first world problems, man. That's why lamentation goes into like, what does a living man have to do but complain? So, oh my gosh, I wish this would stop. But here, hold on, y'all. Okay, never mind. Yeah, let's get this lamentations real quick. It's not gonna go into what we're talking about, but let's kind of go into this because found myself getting irritated on something that's not really that serious. Now this is about to irritate me though. This camera, this phone. It don't stay still, but here we go. All right, Lamentations chapter 3, verse 39. Why should a living man complain, and man for the punishment of his sins? So yeah, man, like the complaining, the murmuring, stuff like that, man. And I get it, like as certain things are natural human reactions, but also too, that's where we want and we don't want to remove the human element part of this walk and just being human, the human experience. But certain things, as me personally, I just gotta let go or just not get so irritated about. It is what it is, especially something that you can't control or things of that nature, man. But especially like it says, what does a living man do but complain? But especially like we just said earlier, being spiritually alive, man. Like it's that Proverbs 30:8, or like we have everything that we need as long as we have the Most High Yahushua. But that's is what it is, because at the end of the day, like on this side, we'll have that peace and rest, and like Lord willing, on the next, and have everlasting life. Speaking of rest, that kind of was a segue into what we're going to talk about, man, because yesterday on the morning prayers, it went into yesterday morning, on the morning prayers, it went to Genesis 2:7, how the Most High Yahushua, like rested after their works. But pretty much, man, that in itself, man, what you about to get into, that within itself told us that, like for the end from the beginning, how the Most High Yahushua even from the beginning had rest for us, like had rest for us, like like Yahushua said, I provide rest, like and even Revelation says that. But see, now everlasting rest, man, that's when the Holy Spirit and the Word is within you. Because even during the time, like that's the dichotomy of the law and the testimony. Because even during the time of the law and things that nature, Moses and Joshua, it said that in the law that that was the promised land, the land of Canaan, drew Israel. The land was our rest, honestly, but it wasn't everlasting rest. The everlasting rest is the Holy Spirit and the Word being in you. And like and of course the actual kingdom, man, the physical kingdom, like the Most High's kingdom, honestly, not Yahushua's kingdom, but the Most High's kingdom, honestly. Yahushua will be referenced in that kingdom, but that's neither here nor there, man. It's pretty much a place of pleasure, the Garden of Eden again. That's the everlasting rest that that the Most High Yahushua provided as well. And that's all going to the end from the beginning. So let's go Revelation real quick. Revelation chapter 14, verse 13. It says, and then I heard a voice from the heaven saying to me, "Right, blessed are you from the Then I heard a voice from the heaven saying to me, right, blessed are ye are the dead who die in the Lord from now on." So see that's going to the resurrection, those that die in the Lord. But yes, says the Spirit, that they may rest from their labors and their works follow them. So see that? Not only like the works they did, but that ultimate work is that John 6:29 work, the work of faith. Honestly, their faith pretty much follows them, man. So yeah, and see that, and we see in the end that the sons and daughters, the elect, the righteous have rest. Honestly, so let's go to the beginning though, because even in the beginning, the Most High Yahushua was telling us this. If we looking at it spiritually now, of course, we know that's why Yahushua said, "My words are spirit." Contextually, it's going into like it is what it is. And also too, people who say this stuff like that. I heard this call before that they said, "Oh man, how can the Most High God rest and this and that? How can your God get tired?" One like Deuteronomy Hebrew says like our God's a consuming fire. So fire that's constantly burning, like that never gets tired. So they don't know what they're talking about. And two, that's why he says in Romans, serve him with a fervent heat, man. Pretty much, man. Like as they say, like with a zealous, fiery spirit. Honestly, like even when you read about the Maccabees, they said it was those, for the law, or Levi, very like every. Let me say this too, because when you read about most Levites in His word, well, most righteous people in His word too, but how zealous they are for the Most High Yahushua, man. Because Levi means joined to the Most High Yahushua, but that's neither here nor there. But pretty much, man, having that fiery spirit, serving the Most High Yahushua. But that's neither here nor there, because I wanted to kind of touch on that. But let's get Genesis chapter 2, verse 7 real quick, because this is telling you how they will provide rest, honestly, like even from the beginning. So, no, that's not Genesis 2 and 7. I think, no, I'm tripping. Yeah. I think I'm Genesis 1. Let's see that. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Oh, yeah, Genesis 2 verse 2. I'm sorry. It says, and on the seventh day, Yahweh ended his work, and which he had done, and he rested on the seventh day, which all from his work which he had done. So see that, even in a sense, from the beginning, the Most High Yahushua, said we see how they would provide rest, honestly. So let's read this again. And on the seventh day, Yahweh ended his work, and he had which he had done, and he rested on the seventh day from all his work which he had done. So yeah, man. So let's go to Matthew real quick. Let's close out there. Please. Oh my gosh, I can't find my phone stand. Matthew chapter 11 verse 28. It says, "Come to me, all you that have labor and are heavy laden, I will give you rest." So see that Yahushua said he'll give the righteous rest, honestly, man. So even that from the beginning, even in Revelation and the end, it says that, man. But also too, this next verse goes into how he's here to offset what the Pharisees were doing. Even before that, man, all the even what what you call him, Solomon's son said, Rehoboam said, remember he said, "I'll put a heavy yoke tighter than my father's, man." But see, here's another king of Judah that's going to make your yoke light, man. So let's get this verse 28. "Come to me, to all you who have labor and are heavy laden, I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me. I am gentle and lowly of heart. You will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is light and my burden is light." Now, I think we talked about that verse in another video, how with Rehoboam in 1 Kings 11 said he'll make the yoke heavy, but now Yahushua is making the yoke light. So that's just is what it is. But man, pretty much, man, from the beginning, man, the Most High Yahushua always said they'll provide rest, man, and everlasting rest, and that's when the word is in you, the Holy Spirit. Then, of course, the place of pleasure, the Garden of Eden, man. So, because during the time of Moses, Joshua, the land, Israel, that was a rest, but it wasn't everlasting rest, and that's the dichotomy of the law and the testimony, man. Honestly, that's why Yahushua, it said John 1:17 that Yahushua law came by Moses, but Yahushua was grace and truth, man. So that's is what it is. That doesn't make the law void or nothing wrong with it, but just something greater just came. So it is what it is. So peace.